We've brought Mouse to the round pen so that we can work with her in a slightly larger space than the space that we had in the barn shelter. I'm just working with the stick and string here, trying to help Mouse to become a little bit braver. She really wants to be able to move her feet, and so enabling her to follow the stick and the string helps her to move her feet. And if she's following something, the chances are she's going to get braver, rather than if I try and put the stick and the string towards her straight away. I'm trying to take notice of where her feet are as well, so the reward for Mouse is when she takes a step towards me. I really think time to allow the horses to soak on something is really important, so not going on to the next thing straight away, but really allowing her time to think. I go towards her with the stick and the string, and she has quite a violent reaction, so what I want to do is make sure that she keeps her head facing towards me and her hindquarters away from me. She needs to know that when she feels the end of the lead rope, she needs to come off the pressure. I'm trying to approach her here in a way that will encourage her to stay, rather than in a way that will cause her to leave. It's difficult to see because the stick is on the far side of the horse, but as I go further towards her hindquarters, that causes her to feel the need to move her feet, and so then she stops as I go back towards her withers. She drops her head slightly, and I can take the stick away. She's very interested in what's happening with her friend, and one of the important things for me here is that I don't tell her off for trying to look at what else is happening. If you notice, that left hand just stayed very, very still, and she bumped against the end of the rope rather than me moving my hand and pulling her back towards me. It's one of the things that I think is really important, actually, that the hand which is holding the rope closest to the halter stays as still as possible, unless you're wanting to send a signal to the horse via the halter. She's pushing in on me here, and she feels the need to move her feet, but she's not really listening to the direction that I'm offering her. And when she does go, she just tries to run off. So here I'm offering her a feel on the lead rope. Can she follow the feel of the lead rope with her nose? And the stick is just there to make it a little bit uncomfortable on that right hand side. It's just to encourage her to tip her nose and follow the feel on that lead rope. And then I'm looking for that right front to step across. Here I've asked her to go forwards and then stop by moving her outside hind, and she's carried on walking through, which is why I moved the stick in front of her nose. It was really noticeable, the difference between working in Mouse's left eye and then working in her right eye. You can see she's backing off here and doesn't have as much understanding in her right eye as she did on her left. Her friend Chino is also in the corner here, sort of in the left-hand corner of the screen there, and so she's trying to get back to where he is as well. That was a really nice step across. Here I need to be really careful that I don't pull her. She's pulling against me, but I don't want to pull against her. I just want to help her to come off that pressure and put some slack back in the rope. As she comes around this corner, she can actually see her friend down in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, and so she's trying hard to move towards him, and I'm having to work hard to get her to walk around me and keep the slack in the rope. stopping and talking about what I'm doing gives Mouse the opportunity to have a lick and a chew and a bit of a think as well. So I'm going to ask her to take a step forwards. She moved her foot but has gone backwards instead of forwards. So I ask her again to go forwards, and then I'm just using my little finger on the rope to encourage her to move that right hind out and put her hindquarters on a different track to her forequarters. In just a few minutes, this is looking much better. So she's keeping slack in the lead rope nearly all the way around the circle, although she's starting to pull a little bit here. But she's responding to my bumps on the rope to move her hindquarters, and actually she is able to come to a stop away from her friend as well.